Welcome back to our epic field trip, everybody. We're coming up on our 1 year nomadiversary.
Oh my gosh.
Bam!
Wow.
It's crazy how much life has happened in that first year. Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a ton.
It has been a ton. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and follow our adventures.
Because we'll be posting a video about our first year on the road next week.
Today, we thought we'd share with you some of our experiences in Texas.
Ooh.
Texas is a huge state, and we really love going to Texas. There are 3 interstates that go through Texas: I-10, I-20, and I-40. So if you're traveling in the United States going east to west, chances are you'll end up going through Texas at some point.
So the big cities like Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, Houston, they get a lot of attention. And of course, Austin is the state capital, and it's very well known for its music venues, awesome restaurants and food scene, and just generally being weird. We did spend a day in Austin, and we hung out on the South Congress Street area, which has all of those in a very walkable distance. But it was a super hot day that day, and we ended up getting out of the heat over to the state capitol building, which is an amazing place. Definitely worth checking out in Austin. We even spent a day in Waco, which isn't a big city, but it's not really a small town either. We spent a day in Waco, which you know is the home of Chip and Joanna Gaines from HGTV's Fixer Upper.
But listen, some of our favorite places in Texas are the quaint small towns. They have a lot of small towns in Texas.
Yep, it's a big state.
Yes, it is. And we like Brenham, we like Seguin, and New Braunfels. And one of our favorites is Gruene, or is it Green? I don't know. If you guys know for sure, let us know in the comments. But I think it's Gruene Historic District.
those are just a few examples of some of the small towns in Texas that you can visit. Now, one of the questions I get asked pretty frequently is, how do I find the cool places to go? And you know, over the years we've traveled a lot, and I've developed kind of a process that I use. Now, I start like everybody else does, I start on Google. But what I do, once I get on Google and identify kind of some initial targets, I will take a look in those towns for specific things and places that we like to go to. So coffee shops, bookstores for me, for sure, wineries, distilleries, and I'll do a search for those things in the towns that we're considering going to. And what I look for is establishments that are hyper local, right? So we don't want to go to chains necessarily. You know, we're really looking for that local flavor, the local culture, and being able to interact with the locals as well.
Yep.
So usually that will get us in a part of town that is very walkable as well, and you end up able to walk around a downtown area, frequently a historic area, and you get to see not just the coffee shop that you came to, but also a bunch of other things, and usually there's like some nice surprises that you didn't even know were there. And then that usually works most of the time, and then sometimes I'll also supplement that with looking at Facebook events or other event platforms like Eventbrite. There's a few of them out there, to see if there are any events happening locally, and then sometimes you can get clued in on local music acts that are playing in some cool venues. You can find local festivals that way. So that's worked out really well. And a couple of examples that worked well for us in Texas was we discovered a pecan harvest, the annual pecan harvest of the pecan farm that we happen to be camped next to. That was on Facebook events. And we also discovered a bunch of wineries that way. And I did not know how many wineries Texas had. Did you know that actually grapes and wine grapes were planted in Texas? That's the first place in North America that they were planted. Wow. During Spanish colonial times, and now there's over 200 wineries across the state of Texas. We didn't get to hit all those, so it's a good reason to go back.
Yes. We had a great time in Texas, and that just let us know we want to spend more time in Texas, because there's so much more to do. We need to go see the hill country, Big Bend National Park, the Gulf Coast area. We want to go see that. So in the comments below, tell us, give us an idea what you like doing in Texas, because we always like to go see new places.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
And there are more details about our small town experiences in the state of Texas in our blog post, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. For now, if you like this video, if you found this information helpful, give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button to follow our adventures.
Until then.
And until next time,
Go
find your adventure.
And maybe in our world here, there lives a happy little mountain.